Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Totally Oblivious. I'm your host, Caleb. Here with me once again today is that guy, Colby. He's afraid. Alex, I still haven't found all the Dragon Balls yet. I haven't been able to wish him back. He's still dead. He also hasn't contacted me from Otherworld, so I'm assuming maybe he wants to be dead. But I won't let him. I'll force Shenron to bring him back. Other than that, Colby, how are you doing?
Good. It was a good day. It's been a good week.
I can't agree.
The way the cookie crumbles. I think what made it really good too was like all the announcements.
Oh yeah,
this week with video games is like, man, good stuff.
Gen 10 looks pretty good.
It does. We three brothers decided upon our teams, our factions already. You know what game you're getting?
I'd say wind because I'm afraid of water, but the entire game is water, so I don't know.
Fair.
I guess it depends on what the exclusives are per game.
I have to get opposite of you, so probably I'd get waves if you get wins.
Really just depends.
Yeah.
I because we don't know anything about what the differences between the two games will be. And out of everything so far, wind and waves are like the two, like usually I pick based on like the title. It's like moon, I like the moon. X, I like the letter X. I like Charizard, so I choose red. I like gold.
Well, the moon affects waves, so you actually do like waves because you like the moon.
But there's moons on planets where there are no waves.
Oh, they lied to us, you're saying?
Well, given that there's not usable water on every planet.
Anyway, Cliff's team, Benny, dog.
Cliff gets Toby Fox dog.
Caleb's team,
I get
Angry
the
Birds.
Angry Bird. Colby gets the littlest pet shop lizard. That's how we divvied it up. Every game each brother has chosen one of the starters. This year we gave Cliff first round pick.
I've always picked the best one.
I kept choosing the water starter for the past couple times, and it wasn't a good idea.
I think I got a good one on this one.
Colby's buying into Littlest Pet Shop Blizzard early. I wrote it off immediately as soon as I saw it.
It's a gecko. I
thought the same thing. Sobble was
I was like, that's a stupid thing.
It looked less stupid than this one.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the evolution.
That is true. But also, so far, grass types have been winning consistently.
It's true.
So I feel pretty confident in my pick right now. I think Cliff might be the biggest winner, though. I can't see how they could screw up a dog.
Yeah.
Also ironic that the new dog Pokemon is once again bad to water.
They did like this one meme with like Peter Parker without his glasses and putting on his glasses, like reference to the first Spider-Man movie. Is the Finnegan and just like looking, and there's the new gens.
It's basically the same exact
trio. Like, oh,
hey,
it looks good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna complain. Like at first, I was like, Gen 10. I don't care. But they actually made the overworld look good. So I'm like, if they put in effort and if near release it looks like it's gonna be actually a fun game, maybe I'll buy it. Which will mean that every time I've said this is gonna be the last Pokemon game I play for a while has consistently been untrue.
And they released red and green.
I know, and I still need to find the Dragon Balls to bring back Alex to be able to play that. Anywho, yeah, Pokemon Day. I was disappointed for the most part, but the little that they did show that I liked was pretty good.
I hate how they were pumping out the Pokemon card. Just like, stop already, please. No more Pokemon cards. That's the problem.
Yeah. I'm tired of capitalism. Anyway, we can talk about something not capitalistic for the I guess we can get into the topic of today's episode. It's spring. I'm also tired. I worked like 8 hours today, by the way. We're recording this at like 10:30 at night. It's springtime.
I don't think springtime is a specific date. It's one day you wake up and you just smell
it's
the
springtime.
air is spring. You're like, oh yeah.
I say springtime starts as soon as it's March 1st. That's springtime. That's also the start of the new year for Chinese New Year. So, therefore, springtime. Springtime's a fun time, isn't it? Early springtime.
I feel like whenever it was springtime, it was like that moment always in school where you're like, school's about to end. It's almost done with school time. That's how I always felt when it is past my birthday, and I was like, oh yeah, school's about to end.
Like the locking in period.
Yeah, like everything, like you climb this hill and now it's just all downhill from there. Like it's just easy. I don't know. That's how I always felt in elementary school. Once you hit that cool crisp air, breathing in that cool crisp air, you're like, oh yeah, we're about to get through this year.
And then the winds come and you're like trying to get to school. Away. Being the tiniest child there, the 50-mile-per-hour winds taking me off my feet. I was like Piglet on Winnie the Pooh. Pooh, help me. No, it was miserable. But I liked it.
One time we were in negative degree weather, and they actually gave us the option, like, so it's really cold out, like dangerously cold for your health. Like you'll get frostbite probably. Bundle up. We can either go outside or you can go to the computer lab. I was like, I'm going outside.
Let's go outside, baby.
And my fingies were all red and I couldn't feel them. I'm like, oh yeah, this feels good.
I'm surprised they gave you the option.
That's what I'm saying. It was different back then. Because
they lost a couple children that year and they changed the rule.
It was after that year that they changed the rule. Because I remember it's freezing. And like, you know that freezing where your hoodie's on?
And your eyes are just red.
And you're numb and you're like, oh, I can't feel my face.
Ooh.
Like you honestly can't move your lips. You're like, I can't feel my face.
That's my favorite kind of cold.
I love sub-zero weather. I don't know why. I love the cold. I love winter. I remember when I had COVID and nobody fed the animals and it was a blizzard that year.
I don't think it was a blizzard.
It was cold. I remember walking. We had chickens. And
the last time we had a blizzard was when I had strep throat. And I was out there helping you feed the animals.
Yeah.
And because that whole time. I know there was
snow and I know it was like 0 degree weather.
It was cold.
And like I was COVID sick. What was weird was when I went out there, I didn't feel sick. Like I actually felt good. And then I went back in and laid down. I felt sick. I was like, what? That's weird.
Maybe the cold was the good thing.
Maybe.
Yeah. Apparently, the entire time I was quarantined, everybody else was dead. Everyone else died in the house.
I took it pretty hard. Caleb almost killed me. It was Caleb that passed it to me. Honestly, my heart was like, I thought I was going to die. I was like, oh.
I blame the customers at Harvest. They were the worst. That was also in February. I can't believe that all happened in the month of February. One awful, horrible month. What a miserable month. But bad things lead to good things. Like February leads into springtime. And, springtime gets windy, especially around here. I'm actually kind of dreading a little bit the early month of spring sports, having to cover that because it's outside. I'm going to be like,
what is spring sports is it?
There's soccer, baseball, softball, tennis, golf.
Golf, I forgot golf is a thing.
And I think and track and field.
Oh, yeah. I always want to do track and field for some reason.
I always
watch them and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
I always was told to do it, and I was like, I don't want to.
I think because I love the Olympics, and I'd see the Olympics, I'm like, you know what?
I could do
I want to do that. And then I'd see the high schoolers running around. And I'd be like, nope, I don't want to do that.
Rightfully so, because I don't know. I just never wanted to do it. I think I just hated the uniforms.
I think that is what it was.
I was like, I'd run, but I don't want to effing wear that.
I think that was what it was for me too.
I'd rather not be dressed like that. I'd rather be wearing my. I know it's because they want to be peak performance, but man, I'd compete just fine in my normal get up. I don't care about the drag.
So there's a lot of talk about me getting old. I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel way better than I did in high school, in elementary, and all that. Honestly, I feel way better.
Is it because you're eating better?
I think it might be. I'm exercising, eating. I honestly, that has to be key. I used to eat so much. I eat candy, chips, a bunch of pop. I drank a lot of pop, Kool-Aid, fruit snacks. I had a terrible diet, and my little body was feeling the full effects. Honestly, I couldn't run a mile. It was tough for me to run.
You couldn't run a mile?
Not as good as I was hoping to. I'd always like linger around like the 9 minute, 8 minute. But then like towards the end of PE, I started getting the 6 and 7 minutes. But I think it's because my body was so sluggish from eating so terrible. It was different. Back in my times when I was a kid, we didn't eat very healthy. And then when we did eat healthy, I didn't eat it. I was like, give me that cereal.
Counterpoint, Colby. All my friends who did track and field in high school had their entire diet based on Taco Bell, and they all competed just fine.
Did they? Did they win state champ?
Probably not, but they still did it.
Taco Bell hindering them.
You know what? I'll ask the next state champ, how much Taco Bell do you eat? None.
I bet you ain't. I'm telling you, it made a huge. If I feel I'm 33, I feel way better than I did when I was 12. I think that tells you a lot.
Probably.
I honestly feel way better than I remember how I felt. There would be times when I'd be laying down I'd come home from school on the bus. Was this 2002? I'd turn on the TV. Lilo and Stitch is playing the cartoon series. I was like, oh yeah, got a big bowl of Doritos. I was like, snacked on that because I didn't really eat anything at school. And then I'd fall asleep on the couch. And then I'd wake up and everything was black. And I'd get up and I was like, whoa. And like, I'd have to blink a bunch of times. And I'm like, okay, I can see again. I kid you not, that would happen.
What the heck?
Yeah, I think it's health. My teeth were always rotten. I had terrible teeth as a kid.
Are you sure that wasn't due to either A, you just didn't brush them right, or B, that the dentist was effing you over?
Maybe all of the above.
You had cavities and the dentist was effing you over?
I think the biggest thing was I chewed on a bunch of jawbreakers as a kid. And then when my molars came out, my first ones, my new teeth were flat. They came in sideways. I think that was from jawbreakers, eating jawbreakers as a kid. I ate a bunch of jawbreakers. I don't know why. I don't know why. I was addicted to
Colby
sugar.
was the typical 90s, 2000s kid that was like, my diet consists of candy.
Shh. What's so wrong about eating candy? I'm still alive and I function and I don't feel sick.
When I grow up, I'm eating ice cream for dinner.
That was like one of the first things I did when I graduated high school was I actually ate ice cream. I woke up and ate ice cream. I was like, I didn't do it because like, oh yeah, rebel
I'm
here.
an adult now. I can
do this. Just like, I don't know. I wanted ice cream, so I ate ice cream. And I was like, oh, it's one of those stupid situations where I guess I can do it. I'm an adult now. And then, let me tell you when I started to stop eating awful food. Is it fine if I go on this path?
Yeah, I guess.
1 year we were remember every Halloween we'd stay here and we'd watch Ghost Hunters. And Mom would get this big bowl of candy. She's like, because we never got trick-or-treaters, but we're always prepared for it.
We lived in the middle of, at the time it was the middle of effing nowhere.
Yeah, it was like
you wouldn't see it now.
No houses really around. But because our neighbors were kids your age, and we're like, I think they came over 1 year, so we always had candy ready just in case. Well, I had this big bowl. Seriously, ate. Oh my gosh, I don't think I ate any dinner. It's just from the time it had been like 3 o'clock when I got home. I think it was a school day. I ate from 3 o'clock to 10, just candy, next candy. I felt so sick. Honestly, I stopped eating candy from then on. And then when we started playing volleyball too with the family, like I was so thirsty and I drank, I think it was a Pepsi. I was like, oh, like I felt so sick drinking Pepsi. I was like, I think I need to start being more nutritious. And ever since then, I'm telling you, it's life-changing. Like I feel so much better not eating crap for food.
It's amazing what eating things that are actually good for you does.
It is. Like you don't really believe it until you actually make that transition. You're like, oh shoot, like I feel so much better.
Wow.
Learning that too in nursing school, it's like they list all these like, oh, this is the problem, so we got to do this and this and this, and this medication for this, and this is going to drop their blood pressure, and make sure and this is a side effect, you got to watch out, this is an adverse effect and that might kill them, giving them this with this medication, and this medication that's deadly, but they got to do it. So, or you can just eat healthy and exercise. It's like, yeah, okay, like you tell your patients that just eat healthy and exercise and you're gonna get through this, or we can give you all these meds. And I give me the meds. It's like, really,
you can't just put in the work.
Now. They don't want to put in the work. I think that's a problem with our world this day and age, is people just don't want to put in the work. We see this AI growing and like, oh, just pop it in the oven, put it in the microwave, this AI generate me some cool thing. It's like ping, and it's like, oh hey, looks great, but it's like,
Does it look great though?
I mean, that Smash Brothers one.
The new stuff looks pretty good actually. I take that back. Our cousin Isaac sent us a video of Wolverine fighting Superman that somebody made with the new Chinese AI software that they developed, and it's literally indistinguishable from like a real
actual
movie. So
like I watched that Superman and Wolverine a few times. I was like this. I know this is fake, but like I don't know. It just was so convincing. Like I don't know. I was kind of in shock. I guess that I was watching something so convincingly real. But I knew it. Like there's no way anyone would ever, like a studio would agree to a Superman and Wolverine fight. You know what I mean? Like I seriously was in shock, like just watching it. Like
it was just,
this isn't real, but this is crazy.
It's just a movie. It was just a movie scene. Springtime. We talked about the winds of spring. I don't know. What are some general feelings that you get from springtime? You talked about springtime makes you feel like when you're in school, it felt like the final stretch of the season.
Yeah. Like I feel like you established relationships with everyone in your class, and you're like, everyone's cool, and they're like, oh yeah, look at that guy, he's so cool. You're like, yeah, buddy, how you doing, man? Yeah. It's about that time where I think it's that break, that winter break. And you come back and you're like excited to see everyone, and then you guys are excited and you start doing stupid stuff, and then you grow on each other, and then like from that point, then spring gets there, and you're like, oh yeah, it's not cold, it's warming up, things are doing good, school's almost over, and we're getting even more hyped and excited.
Is it weird that when springtime hit, that was like, once I hit like my teenage years, that was like the time that I was like, oh man, I gotta ask out a girl or something. I gotta ask someone out. I gotta get to that point. This whole season's built up to this.
Yeah, like if it's mandatory or something.
I don't know why, but that was always my thought process, was like, oh man, it's springtime. That means I have to ask out a girl.
It's probably because Valentine's Day was at that time period,
just right before that.
Yeah.
See, I didn't feel that during Valentine's Day. I felt it like after. As soon as it hit, like we were saying, that those feelings of spring where the sun's out, the grass is starting to turn green again, there's birds in the sky, the birds and the buzzers are going around, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get a girlfriend.
It's funny you say that, because it always crossed my mind, like the thoughts as a kid, you know, like what are you thinking? You're a stupid kid. But like, I feel like I was set apart from all the others, because I felt like I was way mature. Like I'd watch these kids just acting like total morons. I'm like, what are you doing? Like for the longest time, I did not watch like SpongeBob, and I didn't like certain video games. I don't remember which ones. Like I just refused, because it's more catered toward kids, but they was catered toward people my age.
You were like, the kid.
I'm like, I'm not a stupid kid. Like, come on. I don't know. I always had this mindset that I was like an adult.
Little did Colby know he actually was a stupid kid.
Yo.
He was the stupid kids they were marking towards.
I was actually never the stupid kid. I was the quiet kid, usually, and then I was the hyper kid. Like I was quiet
simultaneously.
I was like a bomb at school. The teachers were fine, as like peaceful with me. I was quiet, and then suddenly I was just like this bunch of energy. Like, what just happened? Yeah, and then I was just quiet, and like we never know when this kid's gonna be set.
We don't know what he's gonna do again.
I was just going crazy and laughing and acting like a spazoid.
That sounds about right.
Does it?
Yeah, kinda. From the stories I heard about you growing up, that's exactly what everybody probably would expect.
And then after that, people would get mad at me. I think it's like they're just like, I don't. People would get mad that I was so hyper and happy, and I'd just be angry then. I was just like,
oh yeah, I'll be just mad. Like,
gosh, it's so stupid. It's like, I'd just be so mad. They're like, Colby, why are you mad? It's like, why are you guys?
What emotion should I feel?
Just robot. I'm like,
Borp, me ready to learn. You know, sometimes it did feel like that's what they wanted.
Just robotic.
You're just supposed to be a robot.
Happy. Don't be sad. Don't be angry.
Don't feel.
Just don't be. And you're just like,
don't
gone.
be.
Just disappear. Yeah, I think about my childhood a lot. Like it was really good times. I think I don't know, as a child, things are just. Maybe it's because it's just all these new experiences and your mind's like, whoa, learning so much.
I guess.
But what the funny thing is, like, I remember some of the things that, like, I think back now, I'm like, oh, that was so great. But I remember at that moment, I was like, I hated going to, like, the library and stuff. It's like, library time. Oh, my God. Just PE. But, like, I don't really think about PE as the times that, like, I did great things. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess, yeah. I think I understand what you're saying.
Like the things I look back on are usually the things that weren't great to me for like what I thought it was great as a kid. And I look back and I'm like, you know what? That was pretty good.
That was nice. I feel the opposite. Everything that I thought was good at the time is still good now because the things that I thought were miserable are still miserable.
Well, like getting all like tense about a football game, you're just like, oh, and you're just mad. And like, I think back, it's like, man, that was a good time.
Good
That's
stuff.
what I mean. I don't know. It's weird. I have really good memory. Like it doesn't feel like I feel exactly the same from when I was
Nothing's changed.
Nothing. Just like I learned and I understand things better, but like who I am, I feel like I'm still the same.
I feel about the same, but I mean, I guess to go off of that, I do still feel that thing that like as we were approaching springtime, I was like, man, I'm still single. And then I was just thinking about that. I was like, why do I even effing think that? What triggers my brain to be like, oh, it's springtime. Man, I can't be alone in springtime.
It's because he's watched Milo and Otis so many times that springtime is when you have a partner and you have little babies running around. That's when it comes right. Summertime. That's why it's Milo and Otis.
I have animal brain. I have the same brain as an animal. It's like,
done hibernating. I gotta find a mate.
Gotta find a mate.
I gotta do a dance. Pull out my colorful feathers.
Hold on, guy. Gotta put on my colorful spring coat after wearing my dark winter colors. Oh, you're right. Or I could be if it was summertime that I felt that way, I'd be a cicada. I'd go on top of the house and just start screaming. Just go at the top of every building and just start screaming at the top of my lungs. The Kirby
all
sound
these
effects.
Girls just start surrounding the house.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Now it's time to do a game show. Which one of you contestants down here think you? And which one of you were thinking it was someone dying? I'm just gonna have to assume that's a solo experience. I'm the only one who thinks this way. I think I might just be animal.
I feel like I might have felt the same thing. I don't know.
Is it like springtime or is there like a specific season that was it different for you?
I think it was like springtime.
Are we hardwired? Is it just animal nature?
Like I was thinking too, every time I think about, like I was saying, like how great my childhood was, and then remembering like back in that moment though I was like super depressed. I was like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend or anything. Oh my gosh, I'm so lonely. But like, you know, like now I'm married and it's like, I wasted so much time being upset and being depressed, being single, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could have just been happy. And even though I still see like all my childhood being fun and laughing, and like there's still those moments I feel like, oh, there's a little bit of regret. Just wasted my time being sad about nonsense.
It's true. Nothing you think matters now will probably matter in the future. Except for the some things that do actually really matter, which we won't speak of today. But they do.
Life is just really short, and it's way too valuable in life to just spend time not being happy and making others happy. Like, you're wasting time being sad and upset, and depressed. You really are. Like, enjoy life.
Yeah. And speaking of things being short, aside from myself, let's talk about spring break.
Spring break. I can't wait for spring break.
Spring break was I'd argue could have been better than winter break if it was a week longer.
Explain.
I don't know. It just felt like there's always stuff to do during springtime. Like, there's always trips to go on. But then you're like, I spent the whole week on a trip, and now I'm still tired, and I have to go back to school now after going on that trip. This sucks.
Yeah, I feel like they should extend spring break one more week.
Like, spring break should be 2 weeks, like winter break.
I always felt winter break was like a month. When I was a kid, I was like, yeah.
Winter break. I think it's because the holidays just like our serotonin was off the charts experiencing the holidays. So it was like those days lasted forever. They don't last forever anymore. I don't even remember what happened on Christmas.
I feel like it was just 1 year, probably like I was a fourth grader. I'd look at the vacation schedules like, 2 weeks, I'm being ripped off.
What happened?
Wait a second, it's never 2 weeks. Just out of nowhere, like, my little brain realized it was always 2 weeks. I always felt it was a month.
It's like, dang it.
Oh,
I can't believe they cut my vacation short.
Jeez, they're just gutting us. We're just kids, man.
They're shrinkflating my vacation.
Man, they're taking everything from us these days. Jeez.
But no, spring break, we had good times spring break. Our Oregon trip that I was sick the entire time.
I'm trying to remember.
You'd think I would have been miserable, but that was a good trip.
Was that the one at Seaside that we walked like?
Yeah, when it was storming the entire time we were there.
I think so.
It literally.
Little did we know if we kept walking that boardwalk, there's like so many good stores over there.
I'm sure. I literally though, like the moment we got there, for one to start off this spring break, again I was sick. I think I stayed home from. No, I didn't. Mom didn't let me effing stay home from school effing ever. So I went to school that last day of spring break sick. And I was like, it was one of those like head colds where it was like, oh man, this is terrible. And I was just miserable that whole half day at school. That's why Mom forced me. She's like, it's a half day. You can go to school. So I went to school and I was like, ugh. And then I saw my crush and I was like, I'm not sick. It's springtime.
We gotta get up.
Whooshy. My colorful coat is on. Let me just.
It off.
Bleh, bleh, bleh. Somebody give me a Dayquil.
Give me a number.
give me your number and your doctor's number because I might not make it through the day. But so I somehow survived that encounter. And then that weekend we prepared to make our trip, the entire family, which at the time included all 3 of us brothers. Right? Cliff went. I think Cliff went.
I'm trying to remember which year you're talking about.
This was when I was in 7th grade.
Well, I won't know that one. Is it the one when Candace went with us?
Candace always went with us, so that doesn't narrow it down.
Oh.
The difference would be if you remember Cliff going with us, which I'm pretty sure Cliff did, because I think that's the vacation that you have on your Facebook profile.
Was that the one where there's a bunk bed?
Yes, that was the one.
Oh boy, bunk bed.
I got that bug. The black sheep.
So what's funny, why I'm laughing is because I'm remembering Mariah's reaction. And Mariah was like, she's always like angry and upset like me, I guess.
This makes me wish we had Mariah
and
here
she's
right
just
now.
like, she's always upset. And she's just like,
well, especially that time. That was emo Mariah period.
Yeah.
Seventh grade was dinky bobblehead Caleb and emo Mariah period of time.
I remember it very well. I was like, well, so my parents, they're like, all right, you guys all get the basement. And then so me, Cliff, Caleb, and Mariah go down. I think there's 2 beds.
There's 2 queen beds and then a bunk bed.
It's like, oh boy, I got top bunk. Boosh. Oh. And then Mariah was just like quiet. I was like, you don't know what that's from, Mariah? She's like, no. And I got up my phone and I looked it up on YouTube. And I threw my phone. She's like this.
Crying, she just, that's right, she
tornadoed her bed.
She was laughing so hard she literally destroyed the bed she was on.
So it's just a perfect bed with Mariah, and then suddenly it's like an ice cream cone, like a soft serve ice cream, and she's just in the middle, like it's like, what's going on? I don't know, just that silliness.
I don't even know why she did that. She just destroyed the bed.
But she's crying, laughing, and her, like, when she laughs hard, her jaw shakes. So she was like, her jaw was shaking. She had tears. She's like, oh, I got top bunk. Oh. And she, like, will never forget that now. She will always bring that up whenever there's a bunk bed involved.
What was funny, though, is because we that all happened, and it was, like, dark in the room. And then when we woke up in the morning, since I had the top bunk, I got to get a good overview of the room. And I look at Cliff's bed and it's all nice and pristine still. And then you look over at Mariah's bed and it's just like, just like mosaic painting.
Even like the pillows were like in the little bed alley, like there was just pillows thrown. It's like, what the heck? Like it happened in a matter of minutes.
It was like Mariah was like the animals on Zootopia when they got the blue disease thing. Yeah. She went feral.
That is exactly what happened.
But yeah, I don't know how I wasn't sick at that point, or at least maybe the fun of being there made me forget I was sick. But I think I was still sick at the time. But then we spent every day on the beach, even despite the fact that it was literally like Normandy out there. Like we're D-Day with the wind blowing so hard, blowing the rain and seawater into our face and sand.
Yeah, it's kind of what would you call it? Not the greatest beach. You know, kind of like nice secondary kind of. Well, you go to California and Hawaii, it's like, okay.
it's a nice beach, but I think we just consistently chose the wrong time of year to go.
No, I promise you, we go there. We went there like July consistently recently.
It was still
and yes, that's just Oregon. That's just Oregon beaches. It's just cold, rainy, windy.
It's just stormy weather all the time.
I was freezing and I got a sunburn. Does that give you an idea of how it is?
I don't even understand how that's possible.
Yeah, I was cold, freezing. I remember being like, "Phew," and I got sunburned. Like, it's a very confusing beach. Like, you think beach days like, woo, having fun and summer stuff.
That was always like all the other people in my grade. Especially like the girls. I'd see them posting on like. In the older years, I'd see them posting on Snapchat. They're like, Cali beach vacation. We're in the tropics. I went to Hawaii for for spring break, and then and then me is like those memes that they have with the baby turtles going through World War II. That was me getting out of the rental van for spring break, and Dad's like, "Move, soldier, move!" And I'm like hustling down the beach. I'm like, "What am I looking for, boss?" And he's like, "Ah." The wind like blowing me off my feet. And I'm like, "Dad, how much farther do we have to go?" And he's just sitting back at the porch on the rental house drinking beer as he sent me off somewhere without even a direction.
This isn't any exaggeration. It's actually like we were seriously like, "What? This is beach day. Woohoo! Are we having fun? Get your buckets. Hold the line." Sand in your mouth. You can't even like open your eyes because there's sand in your eyeballs. Woo! That's our family.
Yep.
That's their idea of
I don't
vacation.
That's the funny thing is like all of us kids were the ones who were sent out to the beach to endure that. Well, literally, Dad did just sit on the porch drinking beer. Like he was having his fun time, and I guess I don't even remember why we were on the beach. I guess there's nothing else for us to do.
I wanted to be on the beach.
And
I love the beach.
And Candace was like out, like trying to be all like happy and photogenic with CJ and Mariah, and then meanwhile we're like, "Come on, guys! There has to be some sort of sign of life on this beach." Because I remember you and Cliff like walked so long trying to find something living, and we ended up finally finding like a little grotto with a bunch of starfish, and we're like, "There it is! There's life!" And then we just went back.
We had to walk. We walked. I guess this way. We had to go that way. Like there's so much stuff that way, and we just stopped. We're like, we don't know where we're going. Remember that long, nice boardwalk?
Yeah.
With the lanterns or whatever,
and the blackberries.
Yes, if you keep going, that's like the main hotspot. We're so close. We walked so far. We got to that. Remember, we crossed so many streets, and we got to that boardwalk. We're like, oh, cool. We walked, and we were like, maybe we should turn back.
Like, we're far now.
Yeah.
Base is far. We're cold and hungry.
No, we had to keep going. We're so close to greatness.
I think our corporal was calling us back. He's like, you're outside the mission area.
We're gonna blow you up. I'll give you 5 seconds to run back into
the perimeter. Was that the same vacation that we almost lost CJ forever?
No.
To the depths of the forest, or was that a previous one?
That was in Washington.
Was that Washington?
I think so.
Where's Cape of Disappointment?
I thought that was in Washington.
I swear that's Oregon. Hold on. Yeah, that's Oregon. Cape of Disappointment, Oregon. Anyway, we went there to see the shipwrecks, and there's like a hike. I'm pretty sure this is the same vacation. If not, it was literally the exact carbon copy of the year before.
I don't remember.
But I
know there was beach because we don't stay long. It's like we get there, we go to the beach, and then we leave.
When we went for that 7th grade year, we stayed the entire week. Because I know we did, because I remember coming back from school and still having my cold and being like, I was literally sick this whole time. I was sick this whole spring break, and now I'm coming back to school even more miserable because I just spent a week out on a war zone. A cold, damp war zone.
Yeah, you don't really see much in the Oregon coast.
But then we went on this nice trail that would take us to the Cape of Disappointment and also lighthouses that were at the very tippy edge of the Cape of Disappointment, where we were promised to be able to see shipwrecks from the lighthouse, which is why we went on this trek. And I think we weren't even like 10 minutes into the trek. Like, it was like immediate, like straight up on this trail. And then you could see down, and there's just a steep drop off to like just a huge cliffside. And Ken and them found like this tree that had like a really hollow point in the middle. It was hollow in the middle. And they're like, this would be a perfect spot for us to grab a picture together. Let's all gather for a picture. So we all gathered together for a picture. Me, Mariah, Colby, Ken, CJ, all together in this little spot for a picture. I think this was the year before the Normandy Beach incident. But again, the two vacations are so similar that they could blend together. So I'm just going to pretend this is the same vacation. So we all get together under this tree, take the picture, and then everyone's like, all right, now let's get going. And then my mom's like, now we're right next to a cliff, so be sure to watch out for Cassie. Keep in mind, CJ is probably about 2 or 3 at the time.
He just has like this laser focus, or I don't know what you call it, like expressionless. He's just like
climbing off the cliff.
like a tightrope, like walking along the ledge, and he's like, was he 3? He's like 3.
Like I said, he's like 2 or 3 at the time. I'd have to say 3. If it was the 7th grade vacation, that he was like 3.
Yeah, so he's like this, walking along, and it's just steep, and he's just like, woo, woo.
He's like one of those wind up toys that like they finally reach an incline and that just get magnetized towards it.
Yeah. Like I don't know, there's all this path, and he just like beelines to the most dangerous point. He's like about to fall off, and that was an ordeal. Everyone's like,
everyone started fighting, and it was like this is just consistently how it goes. Me and Colby just looked at each other like, what the F?
I can't remember what I was telling Jillian about. I was telling a story, and like I was saying that me and you just look at each other. Like, that's always how it goes. It's something stupid happens, and we just like...
It's like the real life version of looking into the camera. You have to judge whether or not you're seeing is as stupid as the other person sees it.
I have this picture of Dragon Ball with Krillin and Goku looking at each other.
That's pretty much it every time.
Like, what's going on right now?
But I guess the next part of that story is we finally made it to the lighthouse. And this is the part that Dad always makes fun of me for, but I have to defend myself on this podcast. We get to this lighthouse, and there's like, it's either like this college student girl or like the guy's like daughter or something, because it was like an older guy and like this younger girl, and they're like working together in the lighthouse. I'm pretty sure she was probably like a college student studying there or something, and he was like a mentor. But like, again, me short, me little tiny, especially at this point in time, still very small little 12-year-old Caleb at this point. And so the college girl was like, hey, little tiny thing, you want to look through the binoculars and see some wrecked ships? And I was like, oh boy, wrecked ships, maybe there's ghosts in there, because I also just got done playing I think I just got done playing Mario RPG the first time, and I was like, oh man, I bet there's ghosts and a giant squid in the sunken ship. Oh man, I can't wait to see a sunken ship. And so she like picks me up and then puts me on the chair and is like trying to show me where the sunken ship is. And I couldn't see jack I had no idea where she was telling me to look. She's like, if you look right here, and I'm like, I can't see where she's pointing because my eyes are in the binoculars. So I'm really like trying to focus in on where the F she's talking about, where these ships are. Never saw them, but apparently in my dad's eyes, I was like a little kitten, like cuddling next to her the whole time. Like, oh, ships. I don't see any ships. All I see is my future in your eyes. And I know this goes against what I was just saying about me looking for love in the springtime, but I swear to you that that ideology is gone out of my brain so fast as soon as I find something that interests me a little more.
I always felt like most kids were making up their relationship love lives. You should have just went back to school and been like, yeah, I had a breakup with my girl in Oregon.
That's the thing, though, is that wasn't even on my mind. I was looking for an effing ship.
No, I'm just saying, like, you should have told that to people. Like, I feel like that's most.
Well, Dad never talked about that until later on.
So I was like, right as soon as you guys came down, he's like, you wouldn't believe Caleb was all cloud nine with this girl.
Oh, clearly, I still wasn't paying attention because I was like, I didn't see the ships.
It makes a big deal about.
I can't believe I didn't see the ships.
Exaggerate on a lot of things. It's like the whole purpose we even went there because Candace remembered a story about a ghost being in that lighthouse or something like that. And someone got scared and ran. She's like, we'll find it this time. We're going to come back and find it.
Didn't they ask the guy at the lighthouse about it? He's like, yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I didn't go to the lighthouse. I think it's just you, Candace, and Dad.
I guess.
I didn't go.
Where were you guys?
I stayed back. I don't know.
I'm guessing Mom had to stay with Mariah and CJ because Mariah was a chicken
That sounds about right.
And so you just stayed back with Mariah.
With Cliff.
And Cliff.
Cliff stayed with me too.
And so again, the two more chickens going to this, and then me who just was like, oh boy, I can't wait to see some carnage. I didn't see it.
Ghost pirates.
I didn't get to see any of it. All I got was made fun of.
It is real though. Me and Jill found a wrecked ship. You can actually swim to it and like climb on it. No one's out there to stop you.
I think honestly the problem was I think I was too short. I couldn't. I think that was the thing, is I was too short to fully see out of the binoculars because it was on a post, but I didn't want to admit I was too short to see out of it. So I was just like, yep, I see it. And all I could see was just the like
your eyes reflecting.
All I could see was like the horizon of the water and the sky. And I was like, yep, that's it. All right. And I just left defeated.
Diary of a Caleb kid.
Just my life story. Short. Yeah, that was spring break. Suffered. But it was fun. It was fun suffering.
Like I said, at the time you don't really think about how great it is, and then you look back, you're like, man, we had so much fun.
So much fun.
It's probably
ran on Normandy Beach.
The worst possible, like,
I was sick the whole time.
Spring break.
Everyone fought.
Well, not worst possible, but like there could have been better things.
But that's what we did. Also was promised to see whales. I didn't see any. Actually, I think I saw one.
I don't remember.
Because Can was like, there, look, there it is. There's the whale. And you could see like its little back on the super far away. And it's like, Can was like, guys, we saw it. Oh, whale. And I was like, wow, I get to see the whale at least, unlike the ships that I couldn't see.
The vacation was more driving to the spot, driving home than being at the spot.
that was because like I said, that one was a full week. We were there for a full week.
I don't remember.
Colby got there. Keep this in mind. The whole trip to Oregon, me and Colby had just discovered Secret and Whisper, so we're listening to their album the whole way there. And then upon the moment of arrival, well, how old would you have been then? If I was 12,
that means we did see a lot of life. Well, that's the problem, is I don't remember which year it was.
So
it all does.
If I was 12, Colby would have been 20, like 20-ish.
Just turned
21. So we get there. Colby we park at the cabin that we're staying at, or the townhouse, and Colby says, "We finally made it. Time to go kill myself."
Time to kill myself. I laughed so hard.
I was like, "What?
We made it. Time to go kill myself."
Time to go kill myself. And Colby, quoting one of the songs, said he would tie an anchor to his leg and go into the ocean and have the seals that we called aquatic Dantes watch him drown.
Well, they're called aquatic Dantes because we found them.
We did.
That
That's
looks
right.
Like
yeah,
an actual Dante. What the heck?
We saw. That's right. While we were there were seals on the beach.
Yeah,
and they just looked like Dante.
Well, they're peeking up. They go and look at us, and they're like, "What? Like, what? That was a seal. What the?
The aquatic Dantes.
Like a Dante.
Our favorites."
And then we proceeded to imagine a scenario of that, because we have like cartoon children minds, and like we think immediately Dante as a seal, and we do his voice. He's like trying to swim with the seal,
trying to save you from drowning.
I'll save you. Don't worry. That did look like little Dantes though.
Good times, but I think outside of that, there really wasn't much else to note about spring other than like Spring Fest.
It's just silly thinking back at it, because our life was like a movie. It always got to like right before spring break, and Kansas would be like, "Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this?" And Mom would be like, "No, probably not." And Kansas like, "We gotta do this. It's spring break. We don't do anything for spring break." And then last minute we'd book a hotel or whatever, a house. Go there that day. It was just a weekend, right? It was just we'd go drive down there. And that is every year. I feel like that.
Even more crazy thinking back on it, at that point in time, Ken was also pregnant with Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
We did all of that while Ken was pregnant with Jordan.
I'm trying to remember things. I used to have a really good memory of everything, but like now it's just like there's just so much. I think just even recently, just doing so much, like it's hard to remember exactly. I used to be like, when I was 22, oh, we did this. When I was 23, oh, I did this. Oh, and then back when I was, when I was 12, we went and did. No, it's kind of all foggy now.
See, the point is not that you remember specifically when it happened. It's you remember vaguely around the period of when it happened.
I don't remember the time. I just remember it happening. I can recall events. Like that one time we went to Space Needle and Mariah. Took a picture with Mariah. I don't remember what year that was.
Summer vacation of 2019.
Maybe.
I think so. That was when we had our most significant Seattle trip. It was 2019. But that was summer. This is a spring episode.
Oh, sorry. Let's continue with spring stuff. What else do you want to spring about?
There's not really too much else other than Spring Fest. Did you ever go to Spring Fest in your youth?
Oh yeah. Me and Isaac would always go every year. It was like the highlight of living. We'd always, I think the biggest I don't know why. Like once I hit like high school, it was just like I went there and I was just like, this isn't for me anymore. But I was like so stoked every year to go to Spring Fest. Just walk around, I don't even remember, buy sand animals. They have the little sand animals.
My favorites.
Buy sand animals, buy laser pointers, and buy a ninja sword. Like that's what
the same thing every year. Same products. I think
that's all I was looking forward to. They'd be
destroyed by the next month, so you had to restock next year.
Yeah, it's the only time I can get these things. It was always super fun and just like all the flashing lights. I think it's because we lived in a crappy city. So that's
nothing
like the
ever
highlight,
happened. It was the only cool thing that happened in our town.
You see, like with anime, Japan is huge on like festivals and stuff. So that's like a little taste, small smackerel of a festival.
Like literally, so I will always say it. Springfest is better than the fair.
Oh yeah,
100% better.
I've only gone to the fair maybe like 3 times my whole life, and like I think the first time I actually did stuff. Well, actually, that's not true. I guess I went with Mom and Candace a lot, but going by myself, like I went there. I think Caleb went with me too. We went there. We walked to the furthest end, to the other end, and then we left. It's like
there's nothing here.
Nothing to do here.
Yeah, when we went, was it was when Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door came out.
How do you remember this?
Because
1,000 Year Door?
Yeah, the remake. Because I remember we went. It was me, you, Jill, and Kai went. Maybe Kai didn't go.
I think it's you and Isaac.
No, it was me, you, and Jill. Because I remember my computer effing broke while I was recording 1,000 Year Door, and I was so mad. I had to factory reset OBS because it just glitched and made my 1,000 Year Door recordings terrible for like 2 episodes.
I do remember that.
And I was so mad. I got so mad I actually physically got sick. And then we went to Springfest, and I was just seething the whole time. I was like, I can't believe my effing computer ruined 2 episodes.
I thought you were talking about the fair.
No.
Okay, I remember Springfest now. And we got the ponchos.
Yep. And I was just mad the whole time.
See, but that was fun. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's been fun. I don't know if they added more. They changed something. I remember there's a period where I was like, this is so boring. There's nothing.
I think it's just that.
Just the markets make it.
Just the markets make it fun. Because, like, I went Springfest. Last year I went both Springfest and the fair. And Springfest wasn't as good as it usually was. I don't know if it was just because Mariah left me with Angie and she fell asleep. So I had to carry that child around the entire park while me and CJ were trying to look at stuff. Like, Angie was literally like drunk. Like, I was trying to hold her hand and walk with her, and we're like looking at stuff, and she just like crashed into a pile of like the shop wares.
She's still like that.
And so I was like, oh my. So I picked her up and was walking with her, and then she was just like, I was like, no, where's Mariah? That was all I kept asking CJ the whole time. I was like, where's your sister? I am tired of holding her kid. And then I had to walk with her the entire way back to Mariah's house.
The time we went, they had a few good bands.
Oh yeah, I don't know how Moses like books some of these people, but we do consistently have some pretty good music performances.
All the potential growth we're supposed to have goes all into that.
It goes into the bands. Which is crazy because we could hire our local bands, and I think it would be just as entertaining.
I have always had an idea to do like kind of like an MTV kind of thing, but just local, and have people like make their own music videos and stuff and try to promote local music. But then just do like since I was in school,
they do have a battle of the bands.
Yeah, my friends were always big like, we want to do battle of the bands. They did talk to like city council and stuff. They wanted to do it.
You were the 2000s teenagers.
Yeah, it was big back then, like Warped Tour and all that stuff. But like, I always wanted to do that. I wanted to like just utilize that park every chance you can. I don't know why they have to wait one time of the year.
I don't know, but
because there's a theater, you could. I don't know.
You really could utilize that year round. I don't know why they don't.
I don't know. Honestly, don't.
But yeah,
but even like the farmers market and stuff, it's been nice. Like, yeah, it's been nice going there. But it needs to be bigger. It could be.
They could do more.
It could be more.
They could do more. I do hope, because it seems like they're trying to add more to Springfest every year. So maybe we'll see what music performance they book this year. If it's so big that it just explodes, we'll have to find out. But yeah, Springfest, always good times. Always, always. Do you remember Frontier when we'd get the free pass to the Springfest rides for getting good grades?
Mm-hmm.
Good the first 2 years. The final year, I got very daring and started riding like the really crazy rides with Andrew Fry. And so like at first it was like fine, but then we got to the Alibaba, and it was so bad. Like I got off the ride, and I literally was like, I couldn't even function. Like
I gotta pick you up.
I just sat in the grass and just like passed out.
I feel like I remember someone had to pick you up. I can't remember if it was me or Mom.
It was Mom, because so I passed out on the grass because all my friends were feeling it too. And I passed out on the grass, and they're like, "Come on, Caleb, we gotta get moving." And I was just like, "Just leave me here." That's literally what I told Andrew. I was like, "Just leave me. I'll catch up." And I never did.
Should have died that
day. I died. I had to go find Mom. She had like a doctor's appointment, so she came and picked me up anyway. And I just sat there in the doctor's office, my face completely pale. They're like, "Is this the guy who has an appointment?" "Nope, it's the old lady, actually." Hey, he's fine. He's just an idiot who went on the wrong ride. I didn't ride rides after that, literally until just this last year when I went to Japan and rode on the. I don't even know if I consider those really rides, because it's just more like experiences. But then and then going with Amy to the fair. That was the first time I've ridden rides since 8th grade.
Yeah, those I never would ride those rides because it's like the big rides, you call them when you're a kid, and then like you suddenly do, like one year you kind of just like splurge on it. You're like, "Oh, this ride, I want to do this ride. They're just all dizzy rides. Like
they're just there to make you feel terrible.
Yeah, it just makes you dizzy, and so I never go on those kind of rides. I just do roller coasters.
Yeah. The Ferris wheel, though, at the fair, very nice. I was like, "You can see everything here. This is cool." And I'm not getting dizzy. I'm actually getting to enjoy something.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it worth the price? Probably not.
But yes, I agree. Spring was spring break, and then Spring Fest is always around your birthday.
Yep. The entire town celebrates my birthday.
But yes, I do. I enjoy the night festivals, and then we'd go and eat out somewhere, and then we'd come back. Back then, we'd rent a game, and then we just play GameCube, and it's just
good times.
Good times.
Yeah. There was a time where me and Mariah went with all our friends from church to Springfest, and we watched the whole parade. That was right. That was why we went to the Springfest so much too during that time, during middle school. Because one, I got in for free. The second reason was because Mariah was in band, so we'd all watch Mariah in the parade with the band.
That's right. We'd go get churros.
Me and Colby would chill and watch the parade after I'd suffer with my friends earlier in the day. Good times. Springtime, great time.
It's strange thinking back at those times.
Except for when the cotton trees start pollinating. Then I'm suffering again.
My 20s. The 20s are kind of a blur for me. I think that's what it is.
I'm documenting my 20s.
From 20 to 20. That's true. You can't forget them.
I can't.
20 to 25 was like strange. And then I started working at grocery outlet. And then I started just making cartoons. Like that's it. Like I think that's when I started forgetting, because I was just so focused on just making cartoons and hyper focused and exhausting myself and kind of going crazy because I spent years just being in front of a computer making cartoons. I feel like that's when I started forgetting things.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Then I met Jill, and then now vacations are crazy. We're always doing something.
Yep. Fun times. We'll see how it continues as spring rolls around this year.
What are your plans for spring break
I don't get a break.
Good times. He's gonna look back at this spring break.
Remember that one spring break? Remember that spring break? The break, the little 1 day break I got in the spring. You remember that? Man, that was nice, wasn't it? Good times.
I guess it is more for the kids, huh?
Yeah, I don't get effing anything. I just suffer through. I just keep going.
Now it makes sense why we only did a weekend of spring break in Oregon.
We have to remember what Dad had to go through. He's like, oh gosh, I have to go back to work.
That's right.
I have to go. I think Dad just got lucky that 1 year that he got the whole week off.
Remember, it would always, now you're reminding me. Yeah, it was Dad taking a day off. And then it'd be that week before. We be like, we gotta do something for spring break, guys.
And Dad would be looking at his pack of hurricanes he just bought and be like, I guess next week, old boy.
And you get 1 day off to make a 3-day weekend, and then we'd all drive over to Oregon. We hadn't done that for a brief moment, though. It was like we did it in succession.
And then we stopped, and then
we do some other thing for spring break.
And then it became, because when CJ was born, it became harder. But then CJ got old enough that one time when we got to do the whole week, that it was like, we can do a whole week. And Dad was like, I have vacation time. And when we did it, and somehow I suffered. I don't know how that's possible.
I feel like most of the time when we didn't vacation, we didn't go on a trip, it was in this room, and I'd crack open that window. It's nice and cold, and we just play games till like midnight or 1 a.m. and Caleb was just a little dinky. He's like, "Ooh," you know. We'd invite Isaac over, and 9 times out of 10, Caleb would fall asleep while we're playing the game.
It's cozy. Colby had the window open. It was nice and cool.
Caleb, he'd just be like, a little guy just crashed out. It's past his bedtime.
you literally were creating the perfect sleeping environment.
I love the cold too.
I
fall asleep so.
I like having a little bit of noise and having the cold air. It's cozy.
I agree.
Oh man, good times. But I guess that'll have to do it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Share with us your springtime traditions, I suppose. Did you guys ever do things in springtime, spring break? Did you also get the longing for love as soon as spring came? Let us know in the comments. And also like the video and subscribe and share it. Especially share it. If you like it, share it.
To whom do they share?
I don't know. Whoever you feel like would watch it, I guess. Anyway, though, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.